We are the Yes I Say It podcast. Back at it again. Sick Cuz the Governor here with
Quan Bizzle, what's up? What's up?
D. Adam Mail out on assignment right now. And we here talk about Kanye West. His recent situation going on right now.
Yep.
Had a rant. He was going off on a group of people and a whole lot of other things that he was talking about. And then later on, he issued an apology. And you know, we've known him for a lot of these type of things in the past. You know what I mean? Very provocative individual when it comes to a lot of things. We talked to him. We even talked about him before. Like we talked about him the last time when we went through this whole little thing. We say how that was going to play. So I remember the last time we talked about him, and you said that you're curious to see how moving forward the type of things that he do, type of things that he'll bring. You know, as far as the music goes, as well as the things that he'll bring to light, because he was starting to look like he was about to shed light on a lot of things, as well as to wake a lot of people up and realize exactly what's going on and exactly what went on in the world. You know what I mean? So, given what we've seen since then, what do you think about first the tirade itself? Well, not too much about the tirade, but because we know how it had gotten to a turn where it had gone beyond. You know what I mean? But what do you think about the apology itself?
The apology itself is ingenuine, of course. I think whoever wastes their time with an apology like that clearly doesn't know Kanye West and his habits. I feel like it's very sarcastic, and I just feel like Kanye, when people have those allegations, or not allegations, but when people have those, opinions about him being bipolar or him having being mentally unstable, he does not help himself. I don't know if he has a manager or a team or someone that is close to him and he really tries to tell him, like, yo, you don't help yourself when you are going on a rant about Jews and Zionists and everyone, and then want to apologize to that same community and group of people. Right. Don't help yourself. You look like a nutball. You look crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like you go from liking Trump to not liking Trump. Is a bunch of things. So you gotta figure out, like, what's on your mind. Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
because I kind of wonder, like, from the standpoint of what is his actual purpose? I mean, like, what is he trying to do? Is he planted for a reason? That's what I kind of start to wonder now.
Yeah,
it's like, or he could just be in the business of selling records. You know what I mean? Is that the part? And he understands that he knows how to push certain buttons to be able to, because I would not be surprised to see a release, because you're hearing about one anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But at the same time, economically though, maybe I think that there's another aspect to this thing too, because he could have, like, with between the lines, if you read between the lines of things that he does and how he accomplishes it, versus exactly what's doing the way that he talks to the people behind the scenes. So you can kind of tell that there's one thing between what he's showing you in front of the cameras and another thing about how it plays behind the scenes. So I kind of wonder if it's almost like he's kind of playing it both ways in a strange way, but it keeps him safe. So that's what it kind of makes me wonder about his whole question. A lot of the things about it, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just get behind him, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't. It's hard to tell, you know.
It is. He switched sides too much. It's like he doesn't know if he wants to be on this side. He doesn't know if he wants to be on his side. And for his supporters, it doesn't help people that support Kanye or that defend Kanye. And really, I don't really think we should be defending someone like him until he figures out which stance he wants to be on. Because one thing with him, he just knows, he's Kanye. You know, Kanye can switch up and do whatever he wants, and we're just going to say that's Kanye. Is that a time where you have to hold people like him accountable, you know? when you say stuff like that, me personally, I'm not gonna put out which. I'm not afraid to,
Mhm.
but some of the opinions that he say that I do agree with, even though he doesn't find the right way to articulate some of the stuff
Right.
he's trying to say, I agree with some of the stuff he's spitting out there. But I
Mhm.
feel like, and I'm just saying it's really for the black community,
Right. Right. Right.
because he represents us the most, or he's supposed to, or he used to. We don't even know no more who he represents. I think he just represents himself. Um, it used to be a thing where a lot of people from our community, especially within his music, we could relate to him. I don't know what happened to his early 2000 albums, the mindset he was at, wherever this just was speaking his mind and musically,
Right.
artistically to what he is now. I don't know where that sudden shift went to, but um, I just hope his album is going to be good. I guess at least
Yeah.
what makes up for it.
For all this drama, for all this
Oh,
drama, I guess with the crazy side of genius, I guess you know what I mean.
yeah,
To fully live it out. Like I'm limited. I can only do it so much because, but see, he's not. So wow, it's amazing. I'm saying you got $1 billion at your disposal, so there's no telling
million,
what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? So
$1 billion. He's
mm,
right about one thing though.
mm,
They tried to touch him. They tried to cancel him, but they really can't touch him unless you're gonna kill him. They really can't
right.
touch the man. I feel like everything comes together with the Palestine and the
Mm-hmm.
Israel situation.
Yes, the timing of
Donald
all of
Trump
it. Yep.
becomes president in the election, the
Mm,
race, and he suddenly comes back out of nowhere with an album ready to be released
right.
by next year. So it's like, all of this is coming together
Yes. Yes.
in
Yes.
one clash.
2024.
Yes, it's going to be one crazy year.
You know.
Uh, it's it feels like the world is ending in a way because it's like, man, it's like, you know, you open TikTok and Instagram, you see
Mhm.
Palestine versus Israel, you see people pro Palestine, pro Israel going at each other. You
True.
look around, Kanye ranting about Jews
Mm-hmm.
again, and
Mm-hmm.
then you look back and it's like Trump might be taking out the race now. He's running for
Right.
election, and the immigrant and migrants storming the USA, the borders being
Exactly.
open.
Exactly.
I'm like, yo, climate. I was like, whoa, like
Right.
too much.
And then the crazy thing
Or,
about it is, and we didn't even mention the whole Russia thing. They at war
oh,
still.
they still at war.
They're still at
Still
war.
at war. And the funny part is they're calling for a ceasefire,
Mm-hmm.
which I do agree with a ceasefire, but it's like they're calling for a ceasefire for somebody else's war. They still haven't finished their war.
Right. Right.
So I'm like,
And then
but
other countries are talking about we're going to join in too. That's the rumors. So that's just to let you know it's an explosive year coming up.
they're trying to put all of us into the mix. So like, do
Right.
you want to help us? Do you want to aid us in this war? Do you want your tax dollars and all of this
Right.
go to
Right.
it, bro?
Right.
Leave it alone. It's crazy because a lot of the what Israel they don't even care. It's like it's crazy. It's like people just want war. You
Yeah.
have people that are being kidnapped there. You have the people that are still being kept captive, and they're like they basically one of the guys in the interview said he was basically like, hey, really forget about peacemaking. Forget about saving the hostages. Forget about saving the captive ones or them being put under tunnels and stuff. Forget about all of that. This war is not going to end until one man is standing, one army is standing left.
Oh.
But on a positive note, we all got to know that at the end of the day, no human, no man wins. Only God wins.
In the
So
end, yep.
in the
Definitely.
end,
Definitely.
God always wins.
Exactly. Exactly. No matter how we try to fight against that, no matter all the whatever devices we think we can come up with. And it's just simple. All you can do is speak it away. So
Yep.
that's the one thing. That's the one thing. That's a very positive note, really, when you think about that. Because and for those that don't think that such a thing exists, I understand that standpoint as well. But but yeah, you could look at it the other way and just say there's a lot of turmoil. You know what I mean? So I'd rather see it this way. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel that.
You know what I mean? But still, though, it's gonna be a wild year. We'll be back in studio coming up too.
Hey, can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Then on top of that, we'll be chopping it up 2024, coming up with brand new projects, new podcast episodes, and more growth as we just
It's gonna be an
discussing everything that's
exciting
cool.
year. A lot
Yeah,
to
it
talk
is.
about. Like you
Yeah.
said, being back in the studio, new projects, guys coming out with new stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
here for it,
Yep.
and hopefully all the fans are here for it as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to share. Follow us. Follow us. Oh yeah, yeah. How can you follow? Follow. You can follow me at Governor's Mansion, Instagram.
Uh,
Can they follow you yet?
it's just straight balling on Instagram, basically on all platforms,
Gotcha.
and that's basically it.
Straight balling. Sick cuz the governor.
Quan Bizzo.
Yes, indeed. Guess I'll say a podcast. And we out. We'll be back with Adam L next time, though. And we out.
Hey, we out.
Indeed, indeed.
No sister try to stop it, it can't be faded. It used to be locked up in a box down in the basement. Got a glimpse.